Today I'm going to do a book review of The Turn of the Key by Ruth Ware. Hello everyone, my name is Harmony. On this channel I talk about books, book reviews and any other reading related content. Today I'm going to do a book review of The Turn of the Key by Ruth Ware. I read this a few months ago for a book group that I'm part of, which is a group that reads Scottish crime fiction. That is to say, either the author has to be Scottish and or the book has to be a crime fiction that is set in Scotland. So this book, I think, fit both of those criteria. I don't know anything about Ruth Ware herself, but the book was, for the most part, set in Scotland. I'll start off by saying it's an interesting structure for a book. I've never seen a book that is in the style of a bundle of finished and unfinished letters, which were sent to and from the main character and various other people. So the story goes that a young lady applies for a job as a nanny, like a live-in nanny, up in the north of Scotland. So she has to move from her place in London to all the way up to north of Inverness. And so she does that, gets the job, and the children involved in the children in the family have had a whole series of nannies, if you will. So some of them lasted a couple of years and some of them only lasted a few days. And the children themselves only want their mom to be looking after them, which is understandable. But the parents both have very hard working jobs and they're away a lot of the time, so they want somebody to take care of the children when they're not there. And this nanny has to settle into the job very quickly and does the best she can, but one of the children in particular essentially decides that she totally doesn't want this new young lady to be looking after them or doing anything really. So she goes out of her way to try and scare her and cause as many issues as possible. And another of the children is being egged on, if you will, by this slightly older child. So she's doing a lot of the things mainly because her sister tells her to. And at some point the nanny gets into an argument with the oldest of the children, who's just come back from boarding school, and the oldest child is a teenager and has the wherewithal to actually research who the new nanny is and discovered that she's not who she says she is. And then it also comes out that the father of these children is also the biological father of this young lady that's come to take the job as the nanny. And yeah, so you've got that revelation right in the middle. And then after all that, unfortunately, the one of the children, the one who really heartily dislikes the nanny, for want of a better expression, she accidentally gets killed, and this nanny is completely innocent, but she gets put in prison because she's the one that was looking after the children at the time. So the whole premise of the book is the unfinished letters. Well, most of the letters anyway are from this nanny to her potential lawyer, trying to plead her innocence. And in those letters is how she tells the whole story. And one of the other letters is actually from one of the children to her, explaining that that they were the one who really had no intention of killing her sister, but accidentally did so. Which I know I've just thrown a lot of spoilers into the review, but sorry about that. You can't really talk about a crime fiction book without giving away some of the story. But yeah, what was I going to say? Yeah, so then there isn't really a conclusion to the story. It's just the last of these letters. So I didn't really find it a very satisfactory book. There were a few things that I found really far-fetched, shall we say. So something that occurs a lot throughout the story is technology and the home that the family lives in is a smart home, so even the curtains are controlled by a control panel or this app that you have on your phone or tablet or whatever that opens and closes those. And like stupid little things like that. Essentially, you can't do anything without relying on the technology. And I find it in a way very far-fetched that a child would be, first of all, allowed to use the technology without parent supervision. Like, yeah, to the point of playing music through the whole house and doing all kinds of things that they shouldn't even really have access to. Like, but also I found as well the parents were really, especially the father, he was not present like at all really with his children, so he wanted as little to do with them as possible, and actually the children themselves didn't really care that he wasn't there. And it's just the mother that they actually cared about, and the mother, to her credit, didn't really want to leave them again because, she's their mum. So yeah, family was a big theme in that book, and also someone said found family because you've got your the biological father of the lady that's the nanny as well. And I thought that identity was also a fairly prominent theme, because this nanny is pretending to be her flatmate. So the lady she shares her flat in London with, she's pretending to be her, while the said friend is away on her travels. And yeah, personally I think the main character was also a bit dim, because she was very, very quick to believe that the place was haunted just based on what people said and based on the history of the house. And the fact that this one child was doing things to intentionally scare her, even though someone else that worked at the place did also say it's just the kid messing around, being silly. So yeah, I thought she was not very logical. But either way, I gave that a 2.75 stars out of 5. So not a book that I love, but one that everyone else definitely seemed to enjoy. And I'm glad we read it, because it's one that a lot of people liked but I didn't. And when it comes to my turn to choose the book, I'll probably pick something that I might like but no one else likes, or maybe everyone might like it. That's, I think, what book clubs are really about as well. Different people recommend different books. Anyway, has anyone else read The Turn of the Key? If so, what did you think of it? I'm told it's very similar to The Turn of the Screw, also by the same author, but I have not read that book either, so I can't comment on that one. Anyway, feel free to leave me a comment and let's have a discussion. And otherwise, if you like this video, feel free to like, subscribe to my channel, share with your friends, and I'll put this in the book reviews playlist so you can take a look at the other reviews in this playlist too. All that being said, I will see everyone in the next video.